guys, welcome back to Linda's Pantry. So today I'm going to make another shrimp stir fry, and this is going to be delicious. I'm going to serve it over a bed of jasmine brown rice. I purchased some really nice organic jasmine rice, and I just love the smell and the aroma of that rice. It just makes every dish just that much better. And so I'm going to make enough for another meal as well, because I'm probably going to, like I always do, dress up in a different outfit somewhere along the way. So that being said, I'm saving time by prepping some of these things ahead, and so I'm sharing a little bit of two recipes. Anyway, we're going to have this beautiful 16-20 count shrimp that I got on sale, and a ton of vegetables that are just going to make this dish so eye appealing and appeal to all your senses. So I hope this brings you along. I hope it inspires you to stay with me, and maybe go visit my Facebook page in the show more box below alongside my Wild Tree website, because I'll probably use some Wild Tree products in here. And maybe go check me out on Pinterest. I just started loading videos on Pinterest. Before they could only accept pictures, but now you can load videos. So we're sharing over there as well. So let's go make this delicious, scrumptious stir fry. Come on. Okay, so we're finally at the point of putting this together, and I'm so excited for you guys. I'm excited to show you this because every time we make a stir fry, it's always a little different, isn't it? Ours is, and I deliberately added some different ingredients that you haven't seen. So you don't have to just stick with the same old, same old. I do have some cornstarch here for a thickening. I'll mix that with cold water. I've got some carrots. I've got in this bag cremini mushrooms, a yellow onion, some broccoli florets. I've got some bean sprouts, which I've never used before for you guys. I have a red pepper, a yellow pepper, a green pepper, and about a half of a red onion, because it adds a little different level of sweetness to the whole thing. I've got some rice vinegar, Chinese five spice, some red peppers, little Thai peppers that are dried, sesame oil. We got some roasted sesame oil, some oyster sauce. I actually have some general chicken sauce in here. I've got some teriyaki and some soy. So I'm gonna mix up how I want this to taste. I also have some of my garlic, minced garlic, in the oil that I had in the freezer, and you just kind of scrape off the top, and or you could freeze that garlic in cubes and it'd be fine, and it thaws out in a matter of minutes. I also have about a tablespoon of freshly grated ginger down on the top of that. So that's going in, because we have to have ginger. And we're having seafood, which is just, my favorite, and my husband's, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to put a teaspoon of sesame oil. Now, roasted sesame oil, I keep mine in the refrigerator because I think oils do better if they're not in a heat source. I had one very expensive sesame oil go bad one time. And I don't know if it was old to begin with, but it just cured me on storing it any other way. So we want to make sure it stays cool. Okay, so we have a teaspoon of that. And then we're going to add our five spice. And for those of you, and we'll do it in the palm, I want about a half a teaspoon of that. That can be really strong. It's delicious, but it can be really strong, so you gotta be careful of what you're doing with that. And I'm gonna add some of these. These are little Thai peppers, little dried peppers. We wanna make sure that we get some of those in there. I'm gonna throw some into the stir fry as well, but for now, that's how that's going. We need some rice vinegar, and I'm not gonna measure this. And this is roasted garlic. Probably a quarter of a cup of that rice vinegar. And I've got some low sodium soy sauce, and probably a quarter of a cup of that as well. We've got some oyster sauce, And this is always fun to get out of the jar or the bottle. Here's some teriyaki. Maybe 1/8 of a cup of teriyaki to add a little sweetness. We'll take this General chicken sauce. We'll do 1/4 of a cup of that. And then we'll get into our oyster sauce. Oh, it's a little thicker. Just needs some encouragement, like the old Heinz ketchup bottles. Maybe, 1/8 of a cup of that as well, depending on your patience. But oyster sauce really, I mean, it doesn't taste fishy, but it really adds a unique flavor to a stir fry. Okay, and there we go. Kind of a nutty flavor, I think. So, we're gonna whisk this all together. And while this is, it's being whisked together, now it's got a chance for all those flavors to kind of meld and be ready when it comes time for this to come together. And I'm just gonna take a little taste to see where I'm at. It won't give me a totally accurate, but it'll help me figure it out. That's actually really, really good. I might add a little bit more oyster sauce, but I kind of knew that. Turning the bottle upside down encouraged it just fine. So about 1/2 a bottle of that oyster sauce is going down in there. Because this is a big stir fry, we need plenty of sauce. Okay, now we're gonna move on to the veggies. And getting some oil down in here. I've got my wok on my on-the-counter induction cooktop. And I'm going to get a little bit of sesame oil. And the rest is gonna be a natural flavored grapeseed oil because I wanna make sure that I have a high smoke temp. So I'm gonna zoom you in and get you closer as we start adding everything in. So I'll be right back with that. Okay, so now we're ready to get busy with this wok, and I'm gonna turn this on. It takes no time at all for this to get really hot. And we're gonna put this on high and give that a start. And you can hear the fan going. I apologize for that background noise, but we really need it. So I've got some oil down in here. I'm using grapeseed oil because it has that high smoke point. And it beeped because I took the pan off of there. So, anyway. And I've got some really good chili oil that's also grapeseed oil from Wild Tree. And I'm going to put that down in there as well. Just because I want this kind of spicy. And I know you guys don't mind if I do a little spicy. So, I can hear it already. Get my mover and shaker. So, we're getting that all happy in here. And as soon as I feel like it's up to temp, I mean, I can feel the heat, but as soon as I feel like it's ready, then we'll start throwing vegetables in there and start the stir fry. And that's really what we're doing. We're just stir frying. And the shrimp, I'm going to go ahead and take those out. I got a good 1.5 pounds of prawns that I've peeled and deveined and washed, and they've been waiting in the refrigerator. Okay, so now that we've got this up to temperature, I'm going to throw in, first off, because we like spicy, just like we said, I'm going to throw in some of those Thai chilies, just a few of those. And those will start kind of roasting in that oil. Hopefully you can see that. I'm going to make sure you can see it. And I'm going to get you right down close. Okay. See how they're getting busy? Now, I'm going to open up some veggies. Yeah. That's what we want to hear. And next bag of veggies. There's so much food here. Look at that. We won't have room for anything. Oh, I also had a little baby bok choy in there. So. I'm going to go ahead and get this stir frying right along. And stir fry is so nice because there's so many vegetables that you really can't go wrong. So while this is going along, I'm going to go ahead and keep things moving. And I'll bring you back when it's a little bit further along. Better add those carrots in, huh? And I'll add my, oh, yum. Look how pretty. This is really beautiful. All the color, and got a man down. Okay, I'm gonna add my bean sprouts here in a minute, but I'm gonna keep this going, and I'll bring you back when I add the shrimp and the sauce. And that's how fast and easy this is. It's delicious, and you guys, I can't wait to show you. Going over some beautiful jasmine rice. All right, okay, so I just put my bean sprouts down there. We're starting to get some heat going through here. These induction ovens or induction cooktops they get really hot on the bottom center. So the sides of the pan, it takes a while to get that heated up. So that being said, we're gonna let these kind of soften up together. And next we'll add in our sauce and then our shrimp, and before you know it, it's time to have dinner. Okay, so I'll be right back. So now it's time to add our sauce. And we gotta get this heated through, so we wanna add this now because now our vegetables have slumped a little bit, but they still have that integrity we want. And this sauce is actually kind of thick, so we may or may not need the cornstarch. We'll just have to wait and see. We're gonna go ahead and add some red pepper flakes. Remember, we have those little peppers in there already. And, oh, doesn't that look delicious? It really does. Okay. And then I'm gonna add my shrimp in. And we're gonna get this done. As soon as these shrimp turn, you know, that pink that we know and love, this stir fry is done and ready to serve over that beautiful jasmine rice that I cooked. And I'll do another video on how to cook rice for a dish like this. All right, so here we go. Getting it up to temperature again because that sauce brings it right back down. But underneath here, there's a bunch of sauce on the bottom. So that's what we're doing. And I'll bring you back when we're a little further along. All right, guys. Okay, so here's the end result of this beautiful stir fry. Get my hand out of the way. Now I'm gonna put it over some rice, and I'm gonna give you a close-up of that because we're ready to eat. And I'm gonna top it with some cashews because it's gonna make it all that more delicious. All right, let's go ahead and get a spoon that we can spoon this out with up over this. I'm gonna make sure I keep you in view. Okay. And the sauce just looks amazing. We want plenty of sauce for over that rice. And look at those prawns or shrimp. We got the baby bok choy. This is a way different meal than you guys have seen from me in the past. And then we're gonna top it with, well, just a couple little cashews. You could do some toasted sesame seeds as well. You could chop these cashews up. You could use peanuts if you wanted, but I'm gonna do just that. And we're gonna go ahead and get into this and see what we have. Do we have a close-up? Close-up? Doesn't that look good? Oh my gosh. It really does look good. Okay. And I am excited. Got some cremini mushrooms. The only thing I'm missing is that expensive celery that they had at the grocery store they were so proud of. All right. Wow, it's sweet and tangy and absolutely delicious. Let me see if I can get a hold of some of this. Good thing I don't have to eat with chopsticks because I'd be really skinny. Those peppers still have tons of crunch. I'm going to take a bite of the shrimp for you. And the cashews are delicious on this. And the shrimp are perfect. They're not overcooked. They're soft and succulent, just like they should be. And here we go. Cashew and shrimp, and we're out of here. Wow. I wish you guys could be here. This is really good. So this will give us lunch and dinner, and it's healthy and light and absolutely wonderful. So I hope this inspires you to come back next time. I hope it inspires you to maybe try this recipe for yourself, and go check out, all the other stir-fry recipes that I have on my channel, because I've done a bunch. Every one of them is just a little bit different. And as always, guys, go over and check out my Facebook page. Give me a thumbs up. And if you like this, maybe share it on your Facebook page. And okay, as always, let's eat dinner, and God bless.